Hello everyone, this is Cold Breaks, Splash and Go, episode 21. Today is July 5th, 2024, and be sure to watch until the end to see the photo of the day. Today I wanted to talk about diagnosis. I ended up having to diagnose a car at Motorsports. It was a '07 or '08 BMW 530i wagon, and it wouldn't start. You crank it over a couple times, then it would act like the starter would seize or something like that. So I tested a couple things and then followed the fault codes and ended up putting a sensor on it that was related to the variable valve timing. And then that didn't fix it. So I ended up testing the compression and the timing of the vehicle, and still couldn't get to the bottom of it. And so this car it's a 6-cylinder, and each cylinder has its own ignition coil, and at this point it had been a couple days of trying to diagnose this car, which in that shop, in that high-paced environment, it shouldn't take you more than a day to complete a diagnosis on anything that we worked on. So I was basically kind of causing some backup in the shop or whatever, and at one point I realized that the engine would just turn over with no issues if all the ignition coils were unplugged. And so it turns out that one of the ignition coils was really cheap, aftermarket, and it had been on there so long that it just went bad. And basically it was shorting out internally, and it would overheat, and then it would cause the signal from the ECU that would be sent to the ignition coil to be sent back to the ECU, which would confuse it. So that was causing the engine to stop turning while I was wanting it to start. And so I put a new ignition coil on that cylinder, the one that I think I disconnected all the ignition coils until I found the one that didn't work, and the engine started right up. So this is just kind of a reminder that you kind of have to think outside the box when it comes to diagnosis, especially when there's aftermarket parts involved. After 16 years of BMW diagnosis, this is the only time I've ever seen that issue. The only time I've ever seen an ignition coil cause that much problems. Usually they just stop working, but this one decided it wanted to fight until the bitter end. So, yeah, that's it for today. It is now time for photo of the day. This one I took at the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona in 2023. This was Thursday afternoon practice, and I was lucky because the driver, Alex Riberas, was on the bottom of the banking. It's unpredictable where the cars are going to be going on the banking, just because there's lots of passing that happens here. When the cars come out of the infield, they go up onto the NASCAR turns 1 and 2 before they blast down to the bus stop on the backstretch. So this is just kind of a wide open area where there's lots of passing, because this race has multiple classes of cars that run at different speeds. And The light strip at the bottom of the photo is the chain link fence for the spectators. So there's a question that some photographers ask, and it is, will it bokeh? And the answer is yes, this fence will bokeh. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe and share this with your friends, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.